Hello there, universe, and welcome to podcast 7 of the Essie and Jesse podcast. This is the fourth time I'm recording this because Jesse has deleted it every single time while I was speaking, so that's fun. Uh, I'm in a really energetic mood today, so I'm hoping this podcast goes well. My husband just went back to work today, and if you hear things in the background, it's because Jesse is currently listening to TV, and that is the only way I'm going to get anything done today. If you're a parent, you'll understand. I have a very unique child, I feel like. I only play old school cartoons for her. Like, correction, I play like Roly Poly Oly, Bear in the Big Blue House, The Big Comfy Couch. I'm gonna plug all those right now. But she only like watches the older shows. She doesn't like Paw Patrol. She doesn't like that show Bluey. Like if you put those on, she's not watching them. So I have to listen to the same episodes over and over again because there's only so many seasons of these old shows. I guess it's kind of my fault when she was younger. That's what we did. We put like a little bit of TV on in the car for her. But now, ever since then, she only wants to watch these old shows, and she's too smart for her own good because like if she's watching something, if I put something on, like if I put Roly Poly Oly on, and she doesn't want to watch that, she's gonna bring me the remote and tell me she doesn't want to watch it. And until I find the right show that she wants to watch, she will not leave me alone. So yeah, sorry in advance if you hear cartoons in the background. Today's podcast, I just want it to be really relaxed. I don't have an outline for today's podcast. I know that's the theme of this week is like no outline. Like what the hell, Jess? Um, I more so just wanted to do a life update. I know there's mostly everyone that's listening to me doesn't know who I am. I have very seldom friends that are probably subscribed to this podcast. This is the fifth time I'm recording this. Yes, he deleted this podcast 5 times. Uh, Getting pretty fed up at this point. So my father-in-law is normally home. He is in Guatemala right now. We dropped him off at the airport on Saturday, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But yeah, we dropped him off on Saturday, and now this is my first day home with Yessie. My husband went back to work, and for the next 2 weeks, I am on Yessie duty all day. I know there's some people out there that they watch their kid 24/7, and kudos to you. I can't do that all the time because I'm sick, and I usually am able to get like an hour break or like a 2 hour break because my father-in-law's here. Today I didn't get to do that, so I'm recording this podcast with Yessie right next to me, and it's really, really difficult. Like, I commend those people that work from home and have young children. I don't know how they do it. I would get so frustrated. I'm already getting frustrated because I've had to record this so many times. Like, you're only hearing probably, like, one little version of this, but, like, I've recorded this 5 to 6 times already, and I probably have to re-record it again because I'm sure she'll delete it again. I'm trying my hardest to put it somewhere she can't touch it. But when you're constantly pushing play and pause, it's a little difficult. And if it's not her, it's one of the cats. The cats will come up to me and bother me and then step on my iPad and also delete my stuff. So Saturday I dropped my grandfather, or not my grandfather, yes he's grandfather, but my father-in-law off at the airport, drove him to Newark and dropped him off. He's going to Guatemala. Well, he's already in Guatemala by this point, but he's gone for a little bit. And I got a coffee, and then the next day I went and got a coffee again because I couldn't say no to my indulgence. So I went and got these 2 coffees, and now I've had a migraine ever since then. And this sounds scatterbrained to you probably, but to me it made complete sense because I've just recorded this 5 times, and But anyway, the reason that I'm saying that is because my migraines were under lock and key. They were good for, I don't know, a month. Now that's a long time for me. I've had migraines for the past like 5 years, and nothing seems to help. No medication. Like, I changed my diet before. Nothing was helping. This time around, I cut out caffeine, which is something I didn't do before, which is the only thing that my doctor and me could think of that was causing such bad headaches. I cut out caffeine completely, and I've only been drinking decaf when I do drink like coffee, which is maybe once a week. Since I've stopped a month ago, and I was doing pretty well. Uh, I think the sugar is also a factor. I need to cut out sugar next, but I drank this coffee. Now I've had a massive headache for the past Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 days. And I'm not sure how long this is gonna go on for because this is the first time I've cut out caffeine. So hopefully my headache goes away soon. My doctor also suggested changing my diet because I had said I'm not eating properly. Like, I'm not eating 3 meals a day. I'm eating once a day in the afternoon because I have been having a problem holding down my food. Um, I don't know what it is lately, but I've been throwing up my medications whenever I take them, and this has been going on for like 2 months now, or yeah, like 2 months. I told my doctor about it. Uh, so yeah, I wasn't eating properly. So I decided to change my diet and just change my routine as well. I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning with Yesenia. Sometimes I would sleep for like until 8 o'clock. Um, I'm waking up earlier and I'm eating better. I've been going to the juice pod and eating the same thing for like 2 weeks. I've been eating avocado cranberry wrap. It has like walnuts and turkey in it. It's really good. If you're ever in New Jersey, go to the juice pod. If you live in New Jersey, you should be going there every day, man. It's not that expensive, and I think it's really healthy food for somebody like me that I have problems with like cooking and stuff. It's not that I have a problem cooking, it's just a lot of the times I don't have energy or I'm feeling really sick that day, so I just want to get something healthy, but I don't want to. I want to get fast food, but like I don't want to get unhealthy fast food, so this is the next best option. This podcast always sounds better in my brain, and then when I record it and life gets in the way, it always just sounds like I just dropped all my thoughts in a bucket and swished them around. Completely unrelevant to irrelevant. What the hell am I saying at this point? Completely irrelevant to what I was talking about before. Yessie is watching Plaza Sesamo now, and yes, she listens to Spanish things too. We're not just teaching her English, she's learning Spanish. She's also learning ASL. And recently her Spanish and ASL has like skyrocketed past her English skills, so I'm really happy. But maybe I can get this podcast rolling now that she's entertained. So I was supposed to say this in the beginning of the video, but until now, it didn't occur to me because I've had to re-say what I've said 5 times. I was making this podcast as a life update video because a lot of people don't know me in real life. They only subscribe to me on YouTube or Spotify if you listen on Spotify. I have seldom friends that are subscribed to me on here, and shout out to Garrett, shout out to Julio, shout out to my husband Josue. They all are subscribed, I'm pretty sure, and they support me, I guess. But to those other people, thank you for supporting me too. I don't know you, but you know what? If you're listening to this, you must like or dislike something about me, so thank you. So I did an introduction video, that was more so like on like my life and everything like that, and what problems I have, I guess, but like I'm gonna go more in depth into like what's vexing me today. So I said my migraines. Well, I've been having really bad pain in my joints. I've been having this really sharp pain in my fingers, all of the joints in my fingers, and all of the joints in my wrist. Normally I only get this in my knees and my back. I don't really get it in my arms, so it's been really hard to draw and just do tasks because my hands hurt so bad. It's whatever, I'll get over it. Um, but it sucks. It's just one problem goes away where like usually I'm having knee pain. I have like I don't know what it's called. It's like chromodymyalgia or something of my patella. It's mostly like the patella in my knee is like eroded. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not a doctor, but yeah, I have one of my knees is like really fucked up, and now that's one away for the time being for the past couple of months, and I'm having other problems. Uh, so yeah, I mean my bipolar disorder is not like too bad today. I'm not having my like PTSD wise, like I didn't have any nightmares. I'm doing pretty okay. I actually didn't want to film the other podcast today, which is good, I guess. I'm in a better mood. But I wanted to film the last part of my child abuse uh, episode, and I haven't got to do that because I've had more energy today, and I don't want to put myself in that bad headspace. And I think it's for the best that I save the rest of that podcast for a day when I want to talk about it. Maybe later, I don't know. Maybe later I'll record it if I have time to myself because I just need to be in a quiet room and gather my thoughts for that. A lot of it I have to think back on, and uh, I don't I don't want those thoughts in my day-to-day life, so I kind of keep them in the back of my brain. Anyway, but I've been having this weird thing with my ears today too. Well, not weird to me. I guess it's weird to everybody else, but I get this like echoing feeling in my ears, and I can't hear anybody really well. The hearing in my ear just kind of goes out, and a lot of the time it happens in my right ear. It can happen in my left ear too, but most of the time it's my right ear. And that's been happening today. So I'm trying to do this podcast, and my ear just like pops in and out, and I can't hear. Like it fucks with my thought process. Um, and so yeah, I've been dealing with that, and normally I have tinnitus, and my tinnitus I can't hear it right now because I have my hearing aids in, and then I have my headset. I don't want you to relate to this. I don't want you to have problems. I don't want you to feel bad in your life. But if you do relate to this, uh, I hope it makes you feel better. I'm trying to tell myself that there's other people. It's not just me that's having these problems. And that there's probably a whole community of people out there that don't know what's wrong with them and are having all like these issues. Uh, because I'm not diagnosed really with anything. Like they think I have fibromyalgia. I have migraines, um, and like the tinnitus and stuff, but they don't know what like. They don't know where it's all coming from. Like I have joint problems and things like that, like sleep problems. I have no idea that I don't have a diagnosis, and I've went to like all of these sleep studies and all of these doctors, and it's just I can't get an answer. So I'm on all these medications, and I've tried all these different things. I just hope somebody out there has the answer, or they know what I'm going through and they can relate, like I said, and it's just stressful, man. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave off there. I'm gonna make a podcast later, a more well-structured podcast episode later when Yessie takes a nap. She has not taken a nap, and she's been up since 6 o'clock in the morning. Uh, like I said, I don't sleep, and I have like all these qualities that I see in my daughter, and I'm just like, I really hope that you don't have the things that I have go on like in your life. Uh, but then it's like the other flip side of the coin is I'm her parent, and it's like I have to deal with this. It's like I can understand why people get frustrated with me. It's not her that I'm frustrated with. It's the sleep regression, I guess, and things like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna end this podcast here. I'm gonna try and eat my food. I'm actually hungry now, and see how well that goes. I took my meds this morning, and I have not thrown them up today, so today's a good day. Uh, but yeah, sorry about my ramblings, but I guess if you're subscribed, you like hearing my ramblings. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hope everybody has a good day.